South China Sea tension rises amid U.S. blacklisting report of Beijing missile fire warning. The U.S. on Wednesday announced it blacklisted Chinese officials and business executives involved in the military buildup of the disputed South China Sea, further ratcheting up tensions in the region ahead of the November elections, the same day that Beijing reported fired missiles, including an aircraft carrier killer, into the sea as a warning to the U.S. Chima had claimed a U-2 spy plane entered a no-fly zone without permission during a naval drill in the Bohai Sea. A military source told the South China Morning Post the Pentagon has given few details, but said a U-2 flew within the accepted international rule and regulation governing aircraft flights. The State Department announced the blacklist Wednesday morning. Immediate family members of those targeted may also be barred from travel to the U.S., the department said. At the same time, the Commerce Department reported it had added 24 state-owned Chinese enterprises, including subsidiaries of the Chima Communications Construction Company, to its commercial blacklist for their roles in constructing artificial islands and other activities that cause major environmental damage and infringe on other nations' claims. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said in a statement that the travel ban would apply to Chinese individuals responsible for or complicit in either the large-scale reclamation, construction, or militarization of disputed outposts in the South China Sea, or China's use of coercion against Southeast Asia claimants to inhibit their access to offshore resources. Last month, Pompeo accused China of bullying and announcing that the U.S. would not recognize nearly all of China's maritime claims to areas in the South China Sea that are contested by its smaller neighbors, including Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. Beijing's claims to these areas have been accompanied by increased military and commercial activities. Pompeo said the Chinese government cannot be allowed to use the Chima Communication Construction Company or other state-owned businesses as weapons to impose expansionist agenda. He continued, the U.S. will act until we see Beijing discontinue its coercive behavior in the South China Sea, and we will continue to stand with allies and partners in resistance this stabilizing activity. Greg Polling, a South China Sea expert at Washington Center for Strategic and International Studies, told Reuters that the U.S. last sanctions probably won't make much impact on those entities directly, but it could be the start of trying to convince Southeast Asia partners that the new policy is more than just rhetoric.